Laba fethu sithini lapho? Hey, as I've been jonga like the past few years, lo nyaka uphelileyo and 2019, I've noticed lots abantu batshatile. Iintanga zethu zinabafazi like zitshatile iintanga zethu and I'm like, wow, like zitshatile and i-relationship zazo zinice zibhabli, and it's good ubona abantu abatsha betshatile be-happy, It's nice, like uyawabukela and be like, wow, like cousins zami zethu zitshatile. I'm like, wow, it's nice. Labachita anabafazi like bayakhula, like you see it's proper, like and you sit there ubabukela abantu bona ba this is nice. And going on socials bona abantu abatsha abancinci man betshata, and not just betshata babona bekhula i-relationships zabo zibheka phambili, and intle guys, into entle inida unconywa intle, and batshata bebancinci, and bakhula bobabini, umntu akhule nomntu wakhe, it's beautiful. And I've got like in many experience ndiyibukela kwabantu abaclose kum, and babukele bekhula. It's nice. But like in terms of relationships, like before you get married, or even when you are married, like discuss njani on certain things, like in terms of do we follow God, do we follow tradition, what is your take? Uyambuza umuntu wakho, do we have those conversation and be like, okay, I think we should be on Christianity or Islam, or maybe traditions, follow shamasiko wethu. This question is posed to kubona utshatileyo in your relationship. How do you do it? Ibanjani, like do you select guys in your relationship? Thina relationship ngoku zihamba njani relationships? Like kuyahlala phansi kuncokolwe ngezi zinto, like in terms of abantwana, ndifuna abantwana bangaphi, bawukhula njani, bakhule kwisikolo esinjani, because like apha endlini like sixabana like ngabantwana, sixabana ngeento zenkonzo, into zamasiko, so I want to find out from kwabanye abantu, like how zinjani kwezini relationships, such stuff, imali, there's one thing that I feel like endakhe uba hey, like imali does break or build a relationship, honesty around money. Ndakhe ndabuza one of my colleague, enye colleague yam ndakhe ndaspana nayo, was married. He is my age as well, so I think it's been 3 years now, or 4 years etshatile. So ndambuza like, do you actually tell umfazi wakhe isalary yakhe, and the guy was like, yeah, she knows the salary yam, ndiyayazi yakhe, but that doesn't mean like like we share responsibilities ngemali, bayohlula responsibilities, but that doesn't mean someone needs to jump to kwenye account yomnye umntu. And I was like, to share his salary up. So I thought, hey, nami ke make ndiyichaza apha endlini, ake ndiyichaze yam isalary apha endlini, izoyeka ucela imali, you know what, this is how much I earn. And she was like, oh, okay. And she was giggling. Apparently she was earning more than me. So all along ndibhizi ndifihla nesalary ukuthi ndicela imali apha, kanti this person actually earning more than me. So sometimes transparent imandi ngaloo nto, you share and be like, you know what, this is how much I earn. And she was like, oh, okay, share. Oh, all right. Wehlisa apha ekuceleni imali, because like this is how much I earn. That's what she said. This is how much I earn. Basically, I earn more than you, but you know what? I was thinking, hey, lo muntu kudala ndisokolisa lo. Kanti all along unemali kodwa, so I should be the one ocela imali, So in terms of relationships, guys, nenza njani, like in terms of building each other, in terms of is it 50-50? Khona umuntu ohlala ekitchen, sayenza loo nto, bekhona wekhitshi, bekhona oza nemali, like kwi-relationships zangoku, does it truly happen and be like, Okay, the focus kitchen okanye both parties ziyasebenza then kubuywe kuye kitchen both parties like yenze kanjani like abantu like what I'm trying to ask is umuntu uyabuya emsebenzini aye kitchen umuntu ongumama or nomuntu ongutata depends who comes back early okanye banasebenzela endlini since COVID most people basebenzela ezindlini kwezinye relationship ithini la agreement on terms of kubani opheka ekitchen ubani uklinayo because it turns abantu balwa siyalwa like kuyaliwa in terms of yo hayi mina kudala ndipheka okanye yo hayi mina kudala ndikhathalela abantwana mfundini nami ndifuna uyojuquza ufumanisa umuntu ongumama athi you nihleli nomntana mfundini awuthatha umntana nawe iqhimfi ahlamba obethwa ngumoya for imini yonke uyilate so kwento zinjalo like zisenzeka ngoku kanye like sisabetha ngendebe endala umuntu ongumama nguye nabantwana nekhitshi but these days most abantu abangosisi bayasebenza and they're actually working hard benza imali, not just working hard, benza imali serious. Buyajonga phandle abantu abangosisi banemali yabo bayazenzela into zabo, they're not depending financially on men. So in terms of relationship, does it still happen that umuntu ongumama usekitchen even though wesebenza, maybe in your relationship even though wesebenza umuntu ongumama usahlala ekitchen okanye kuyancediswana iba ngomnye ngenye imini ibe ngomnye for me it's nice xa nimane nitshintshana ibe ngomnye ekitchen ibe ngomnye ngenye imini ncedisa uklina, let's say home iyaklina ngapha i-bathroom, wena ubhizi e-dining room uyaklina ikitchen nawe noba kutshayele ncedisa nje ungasose umntu umyekele yabona. So that's what I'm thinking that it's happening in most maybe in my relationship yenze kanjani loo nto funa ukwazi man build relationship ezi-right, relationship ezikhulayo it's nice ubona abantu bekhula in terms of relationship yabo, bekhula bethandana beqina it's always beautiful yabona. So intle nje, it doesn't mean by now ayinazingxaki zazo, but andifuna usidwele kakhulu engxakini because every day you're talking about ingxaki, every day you're talking about cheating, you're talking about abuse. Let's try and shine kweli cala lihle kwezi relationship ubona uba zintle, like uyabona abantu bayakhula, uyabona abantu yonke into not say yonke into iyabenzeka but they're prospering, it's nice, relationships zibuildekile abanye bayatshata because that's most what people are looking for in terms of relationship. Ufuna ujole 10 years like okowa uyi-girlfriend or uyi-boyfriend, abanye bafuna utshata, bafuna banemizi, babe nabantwana in terms of like that. So nento ekhulisa abantwana kwi-relationship, like do we talk about that a lot? Abantwana sibakhulisa kwisikolo esinjani, kwikhaya elinjani, like sibasa kweyiphi inkonzo if niyakhonza, to introduce them emadlozini ngendlela ethile, sibafoloshe tradition yethu, so kufoloshe kamama, kufoloshe katata. How do we balance that? How do you balance that with a relationship, because ento ziye ezikhulu uzibona uba they are becoming real, there are things that ungazuyi xa ukhulayo, into ongazoya nqonda uba like I will see, we'll cross that bridge when I get there. But as you cool, you born, I have to make a decision, and no one will make it for you. You have to make a decision of then as cool sanjan, some sako school sinjan. How do I want to run my household? How do you run your household? So in terms like that, and in relationship, in terms of finance as well. Do we know which financial vehicles do we choose? Both. Do we know what our financial plans? Maybe I'm planning ukwenza lena, I'm planning ukwenza lena. So how do you get around that and say, okay, listen, this is how much we make per month. So I think we should do this first, and maybe if we should build this and see we finish it, and then we should then maybe move on and senze loo nto, maybe omnye ufuna traveling in, like, okay, let's not travel now, let's first do this and then maybe travel singayi kude, maybe omnye ufuna like overseas, omnye no, let's first finish this, sakhe okanye we build a business or invest, then we can maybe travel around South Africa or around Africa as well. So in terms of relationship, guys, zenza njani ezo nto? Ndicela na ndifuna uva amava enu man, ke ndifumane nje, uyabona, ke ndifumane, because there are zininji izinto kwi-relationship and social media. Kwi-social media, like, do you share passwords? Whether nitshatile anditshata, do you share ii-passwords, like, there's my password ka-Facebook, there's i-password yam ka-Twitter, if not Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. Do you share those things, like, and you share the password and someone can easily go into your phone and just open it, or manisithi cela ufake i-password siya. These days kunomnwe so mntu baba, abanye abantu balinde bade balale dikaleleyo thathe laa mnwe obekwa pha, especially when they are drunk, so xa unxilile ulala cum, so kuthatha umnwe wakho obekwa phaa gximfi, ivuleke ifowuni and someone is like, let me page, who are you calling, who are you texting, yenzeka njani in relationships? Do you share those things? Do you share your social and follow each other, like on social media, like maybe follow each other on Twitter, you are friends on Facebook, and what impact does it have? Because at times when people are friends on Facebook and on socials, and whatever they share, I think maybe nalapho abantu abaninji bayathanda ungenelelela. Ujonga ubani ushere ntoni, ujonga i-girlfriend yakhe ishere ntoni, ujonga i-boyfriend yathini, abantu once they know relationships zabantu bayathanda ufike befuna uba ne-say on what is being posted or what, or ii-comments zomnye, and ke abantu ke bayayithanda ke into mani into etyiwa ngumntu. So that's how I feel like any relationship ends, because that's my opinion, because they both on social bayalandelelana and have all this, and someone would be like, can't get no taste laa nto, why ehleli laa girl phaa, why laa boyfriend ehleli kulo mntu, like, because uyabona bayajola, can't ke nathi ke siyomva, uyabona, they just want to umosha loo relationship just because it's on socials. So how do you handle socials? Do you share passwords on socials? For me, for social, I don't think I need to share passwords, because I feel like i-privacy yakhe, so into atshata naye nabanye abantu besides me. So I always open up a room that someone has to engage with other people besides me. I cannot just be umntu athetha naye. It's impossible, Even maybe sometimes bayamzama kweza inbox, it's fine as long she knows how to handle them. Unless something is too much, then it's brought to my attention. But yeah, ubani apha kwi-inbox, like, ngihlela up. So nami as a guy, maybe I should take action, or just say, hey mfowethu na kancane man, so how do you handle your social medias and ezi zinto, because sikwezi zinto and there's a lot of temptations, Do you check umntu akufollowisha abantu abathini, like ukhomenta kwii-picture ezinjani? The instances lapho ubona uba ukhommente on kwi-picture, or kwi-picture yomntu, especially if it's an opposite sex, and ibuzwe endlini uba ayibo wakhomenta phaa wabeka no-hearts, wabeka imililo kwezaa picture, and then skippane, So there's those things happen in relationship. How do you handle them? Or how do you debate around them, and find a way that you can use socials not to hurt your relationship, ugcina relationship yakho irayithi, i-happy, into soze ibe happy, soze, it always be mandi oko, but how do you keep that i-socials zingayenzi better, So and I've listened to other guy was saying that at times bayazishiya ifowuni xa beyibhedini. That helps the relationship. So iifowuni zabo, if it's time for uba kube ebhedini, ziyashiywa, if it's the alarm, we have the alarm clock, set the alarm clock, or I set the alarm ikude. So if phone would ring, then would have to wake up to switch off that alarm. Those are some of the things that keep a relationship nice, so that when you go to bed, you're not looking at pictures, so they might say, before ulale when you need pictures of man, all of these things, Yeah. So yeah, guys. Just want to find out, man, about is relationships varieties cool. Maybe not in a relationship. Maybe your relationship was good. Now you can also share your thoughts, in terms of sex, I'm thinking about sex. In terms of sex, do you like how many rounds do we do per night, or when do we do the sex, or you just every team up at any given time? Do you have that, especially for couples that share to how and the chat is like how is sex then? Do you get the timetable, routine? No, you have man and planch. Man, I'm trying. No, like, I saw a new tweet. I think it's a tweet or post. These guys are talking about girlfriend yake, like people are sharing experience, and this guy says girlfriend yake. They had timetable of having sex. They had time, like, okay, you have to give me 3 rounds, And this guy says, hey, don't you gonna like Mkyala, like owing here rounds of sex. So if you're gonna do sex Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's 3 days. That means that's 9 rounds. So the guy maybe will do two, and then we'll have 3 more rounds that he owns the girl that he needs to satisfy himself. This guy says, hey, I feel a relationship. Minus. Yeah, so make relationship, how does sex work? Like, do you do random sex, like just in the bathroom, a kitchen, or a dining room? How does it work? Or you have to be eating at night? And sometimes I find it boring, the sex that sex nigga in the car. So I enjoy sex like randomly, like now and then, just out of the blue. It's always nice. Azokulindela uba makade abe 2 nights ezingubini okanye you can switch off TV and have sex and come back and watch TV, or you can randomly just have it anywhere in the house and enjoy yourself. It's nice experimenting on it. So what relationships guys nenza njani nina ithini into yini do you wait nexesha ne-timetable, like, okay, on certain days since the 3 rounds or what? And how do you keep the sex alive? Because it's at times if la sex, if you're just doing it, just for the sake of doing it. How do you keep it up? We can because, excuse me, there are a lot of things to do, handcuffs, lubricate, there are a lot of things that are being done, and internet is exposing us to a lot. How far do you experiment? How far do you go, in terms of your sex life, and say, okay, I keep my relationship, this is what we do, or you just go into bed and just at a missionary, or maybe 1, 2, we done? Or do you have ways of, okay, now let's do this, let's do it differently, let's do it there? So how is it like, so that you can keep the relationship alive? Because I believe sex is one of the most important part of the relationship. Because some of the things that hey, thina sichama isibani thina thina abantu asibachamisa, ndiyazi uxhomekeke kubani into echamisa omnye, because hey, inzima guys, in terms of your sex, because abantu complain about you are ngichamisi, and to guys, it is important to relationship but sibe foreplay, foreplay ibalulekile, because you get someone into the mood and beyonke loo nto, and foreplay, it's really important in a relationship with sex. Don't just fuck it all or bet into yakho once and for all. That's when I want to about there's lots of complaints. If you can write how many women in their relationship abachamayo, those that abantu that are on socials or follow them. Uzovinyani, people will tell you, just come, we just having whatever is being having, as to sifikelele kwivutho ndaba, as abanye abantu we feel that baye batsho bathi hey thina siyafika kula climax. So that's when people end up experimenting now, using all different kinds of things that they use to experiment, even though they've got abantu babo. Do you talk about sex like in terms in your relationship? Umduba, this is how I like it, this is what I like, this is even if it's just randomly, we lying parents, this is what I like, oh ndiyithandile ndibuyenza, those such things. Okay, yeah, yabona kule game, like this was like wow. Maybe that sex a payday. I believe no on payday there's a different sex type, but differently I know it's bad. Yeah, yeah. Imali, like everyone is happy, kumandi nje. So yeah, guys, let's share your thoughts, man, about your relationship. How do you keep it alive? And date nights. Do you have date nights? Do you go out? And enjoy each other's company? How well do you enjoy each other's company? That's one of the things that I felt like in terms of lockdown, that people did not enjoy company yomntu and truly find out i-character yalo mntu ahlala naye, okanye lo mntu ajula naye. Because on lockdown, when it happened, abantu baye bataka bahlala ezindaweni yabo, ezindaweni zabo, or people were nabo bekunyanzeleke babe sendlini, no alcohol, akho nto zotshaya, like in terms of intsango yakho. Most of the places kuvaliwe, so unyanzelekile ujongane nalo mntu uthandana naye, ujongane nefemily yakhe. Abanye bebengabazi amagama abantwana mane sithi boy okanye nontombi, ntombazana yam. So ngoku okanye daddy's girl, now unyanzelekile ngomazi umntana igama lomntana. So i-lockdown brought a lot of changes in relationships. Yes, yasinyanzela sibazi abantu, sitolerate. So how well do you know your person? Can you tolerate your person? Do you have date nights where you go out? Do you enjoy company yalo mntu nayo? Because some people, I do think like there are people that do not enjoy company, like not like spend a lot of time no bantu babo, it happens, it happens. Yeah, guys, share your thoughts, man. Comment at bottom and share your thoughts, and let's see how's your relationship doing. Let's talk about positive stuff, man. What's positive in your relationship? How do you handle all of these things? How you handle the growth? Are you growing? Do you see change in yourself? Are you happy with those changes? Especially, I want us to be more on positive stuff, positive relationship, positive growth. Kuyachatwa, kuya-enjoywa, kuyonwatywa, abantu bayakhula, abantu bayasebenza, guys. It's always nice, guys. Thank you for giving me an ear. Yeah. Let's share thoughts, man. Let's share thoughts on relationship, positive stuff. Let's love and be loved and grow, Thank you.